You think you can win, do you? Well, we're the...
Yes, traitors walk amongst us.
Logan's elite.
Traitors plot to end us. Traitors would have you believe their cause is noble. They wear many masks. They may look like your friends. They may even look like your most loyal servants. This is the face of a traitor.
Swift.
Major Swift, a respected member of the army and sworn servant of the kingdom, has plotted against us all. He was apprehended attempting to turn loyal soldiers against us, and is thus charged with espionage, treason, and conspiracy. Yet, there are still others darkening our land with their betrayal. We shall hunt these traitors down, wherever they may be, and they shall suffer the same fate as Major Swift, the fate of all enemies of the crown.
He has to be stopped, no matter what it takes. He has to be... Come on, we need to tell the others.
Why are you so nasty? I hope I look as cool as you when I'm older.
When I grow up, I want pretty pink shoes and a sparkly sword. Your clothes are good for a silly grown-up.
Guns, guns, guns! Sell me your unwanted items. I want to buy them.
Enjoy. Enjoy. I hope it brings you great happiness. Oh, you... Enjoy. This top cost me a pretty gold coin, but... Oh! The best-selling items
My goods are the
all
cheapest.
of Bowerstone.
Really they are.
Please, just take what you want. Oh, we've got more in the back, so just let me know if you want to see more. You're paying top gold for top quality
Nice
item.
and lovely, thanks.
You've got my support.
Thank you,
for sure.
and please come again.
Hi there. How can I help?
Hi, I'm here to shop. You think
There's
we're
a job
some
might
sort of
suit you
rich
if you're
folk?
good with your... What do you want?
bought some great stuff.
Welcome to the Sanctuary. The armory is at your disposal. Your collection of suits has grown. A very impressive tattoo, it must be said. You look very strong indeed, even more than when you're not wearing that. Good choice. And it will stay just as it is until you alter it further. Any other business to attend?
Oh, sublimely romantic.
Ah! Now that you own a second house, you can move your family into it if you like. Hello.
Ben told us what happened. Swift was a good friend. He died like a true soldier.
A true soldier? Let's not pretend there was anything noble about the way he died. He was tortured, humiliated, and murdered.
And he didn't give Logan anything, or we'd be dead now. I called that noble.
It was just a matter of time before Logan did this. Before he decided to hunt us down. We have to fight back.
We're still not ready, though. We need more allies, and thanks to Swift's efforts, we know exactly where to look.
Before he was executed, the Major managed to send us a message.
A soldier still loyal to the old guard brought it to me, at great risk to his life.
What does it say? Well, this is Swifty we're talking about, so it's rather straightforward. You will find allies in Aurora.
I still don't understand how anyone there could help us. Aurora is a dead land. There's nothing there.
Or at least, that's what we've been told. It's still the only lead we have, anyway.
Can we get on with the plan? I have an overwhelming urge to shoot someone.
First thing, we'll need a ship. You and Ben will get hold of one, while Paige and I make sure the rest of the fleet doesn't follow.
You'll need to go via the back alleys, and they'll be crawling with soldiers.
Not a problem. I know my way around the place. I'll meet you at the back of the sewers. We're gonna show Logan just what traitors can do.
Go on. My men are putting together the materials we'll need. It should be quite a display.
Aurora is a distant place. It could be a while before we return. If there's things you need to do, now's the time. You might want to say goodbye to your family.
You know, Swift taught me almost everything I know about being a soldier. Let's show.
The pitter-patter of tiny...
Oh, who's a happy girl? Who is? Oh, she's such a happy little thing. Just look at her eyes. That's very... You never cease to amaze me. Nothing feels better than having your hand in mine. Again, darling? I don't think I can. You're almost too much for me. Oh, I was quite enjoying holding your hand. We have the most amazing home in the world. I was just thinking about you, my love. As always.
Here, doggy doggy. Come over here.
Welcome. To the
Isn't there another route to the docks?
Sure. How do you feel about flying?
We need to get to the far end of the dock, so probably best not to shoot until we have to. Come on. Leave the talking to me. I have an idea.
Stop. Only Royal Guard allowed.
Oh, I know, but can I just say, wow, you look so stylish, you know, with the helmets and everything, and me and my friend wondering if we could join you, because, I mean, you just make us ordinary soldiers feel so inadequate.
Leave.
Oh, come on. Don't you have any leaflets or application forms we could take with us? If we could just get inside and get your autographs, we are huge fans.
Leave, or we will be forced to terminate you.
See? Even their vocabulary is stylish.
I'm going to slice you open like a melon.
I admit it.
It's
Really
right.
have a nice...
Don't let him distract you like that. Get up! Pull yourself together.
Be careful with those barrels, they're full of guns.
Up and at him, soldier!
That's what you got.
In fact, the traitor's not one of our boys now. Cover him!
King Logan wants you dead. Dodge him attack.
It's an honor to die for the king.
We'll have to cut through the warehouse. Careful, this place is crawling with the sauce. Get ready. Another bunch of tossers coming up. Be careful with those barrels, they're full of gunpowder.
I'm going to cut out your heart and give it to King Logan. How about
Let's get out of here. They're just round the corner. Come on. The way to the ship should be clear.
We're not so easy to hit, are we? It's only a flesh wound.
Find a way to get past those defenses! Man down! Watch your footing!
Take the pain and strike back. That was easy. That's it. Knock him to death. Get up, quick! Stopped you.
Walter, what kept you?
We have to hurry. They're going to be following us after all.
What about Paige?
She's staying behind. Someone needs to organize things here. Now, come on. Well, it's not much, but at least it'll float. Ben! Are you all right?
Yes. Ben's not here?
No. Looks like we didn't all make it. I only hope... Well, maybe he washed up somewhere else. I'm sure that's it. Anyway, the only way forward seems to be through a rather ominous cave. Before we go any further, I'd just like to say one thing. Balls! So this is what Aurora looks like then. I was hoping it'd be a little less cavey. Hello? Sounds like the dog's found something. Well, you never know. It might be a luxury inn. Bats. He found bats. Good work, boy. Bats are exactly what we needed right now. What do you think happened to Ben? He's a strong swimmer. Probably reached a sandy beach somewhere. Palm trees, beautiful women, coconut cocktails. Jammy bastard. What the hopping hops is that? It must be protecting something. Like the way out, most likely. Well, I'll tell you one thing. We haven't got this far, haven't got this many people behind us to end up dying in some forsaken, far-off hole in the ground. Well, wherever we are, we're not the only ones who got stuck in this damn place. Not the most encouraging sight in the world, is it? Still, they might have something useful on them. Why don't you check the second lock over there?
I found something. A note. It speaks to us still. Darkness incarnate. We know now we can never escape it.
Well, that doesn't sound good. Hey, I've got something too. One of these poor sods left a journal. Most of the pages have disintegrated, but well, you can still see plenty of weird symbols. It's mostly gobbledygook anyway. I mean, listen to this nonsense. Luminous spirits of the sands impart daybreak and gleam under a quiet moon. What's that supposed to be? Look at that. Can you believe I did that? Does look somewhat dark, though. Oh, maybe going down isn't such a good idea. You know how I said it looked somewhat dark? Well, I'd like to amend that statement. We're looking into utter, total, complete darkness. Oh, what have you got there, boy? Ha! You little genius. Good boy. Oh, no, that's better. What do you think this place is?
I have no idea.
Temple of some sort? What could anyone possibly worship in here? No, we're not going any further this way. looks like a bridge. Is that the mechanism to raise it on the other side?
Isn't that handy? One of us will have to get across to use it. There must be some other way to get there. Here we go. You should be able to make it to the other side from here.
Okay, be careful now. That thing's probably pretty stiff, and we don't want to make any more noise than we... Yes. And quiet as stealthy mice, the adventurers forged on ahead. I know I have a tendency to be slightly paranoid, but did that sound like something friendly to you?
Now, where have we seen that before?
Stand back. Walter the Scholar will deal with this. With an increasing sense of trepidation, admittedly. Luminous spirits of the sands, inhale the restless gloaming. Oh, there you go. What can I say? I have a knack for gibberish. Do you ever get the feeling somebody's playing games with us?
All the time.
Let's just be thankful and get through this place as quickly as we can.
The light you bring will die. The light inside you will die. All that you are will die.
Who's there? Show yourself. Oh, this isn't good.
The children are here to play.
What are they?
Do you feel the darkness swarming around you? Do you feel its tortures?
There's too many. Keep fighting. Keep fighting.
Somewhere inside. Tell me how it feels. Be gruesome. Be pernicious. Be deceased. Be devoured. You're tainted. The stain will never wash out. The sun will never shine upon you again. Tainted, broken, torn.
It's all right. We're all right. We just have to keep going, that's all. We're all right. More of those things. Come on, Walter. Just hold it together. Damn this book and whoever wrote it. The bastards. Why didn't they tell us what was down here? Darkness incarnate. Like we're supposed to know what that means. It won't stop. It won't stop till it kills us. Wait. I think we must be close to an exit. There's a cold breeze. Can you feel it? There's that sound again. It's almost like... No! Not the light, not the bloody light! Come on, boy. These things are all around us. Come on! Come on! No, we have to get out of here. You hear me? You hear me? We have to get out of here. As long as we have fire, we'll be all right.
We are coming.
It's here!
We will devour your kingdom. There will be no bodies. There will be only darkness. The children command it.
Get ready!
We will turn to moss and dust. And we will take the darkness into the world. Speak the words. Speak the words. Did the blind seer not tell you about us? Did she not warn you?
It's gone. The bastard's dead and gone. Right, and we're getting out of here.
I'm sorry. I lost my head back there, I know. I've never liked dark caves, but this... It's as if someone took my worst nightmare and made it real. But it's gone now. It's gone! And we're going to be fine. Looks like the only way is down. Good evening. Right. You all right down there?
Yes! It isn't far down!
Right, here I come then. 3, 2, 1.
Walter!
You let him die. You let us take him. But you're glad, are you not? You wished him pain. You wished him undone. A great wave of darkness will cover your land. They will come for your king. But you too wish for the black wardrobe. You're tired of your travels, your burdens, the cries of the helpless. us the cries of your dead. You too will be swallowed. Feel the embrace of the children. They bring you return. You are a fragile thing. You and your kind dissolve so easily. We have waited. Centuries for you. You see now the future that awaits you. All those people you want to save. The people you want to control. They will shrivel as your friends. They will be food for the children. They are still so hungry. So they beats its wings. Watch us fly into your heart. The children hiding their shells. They have bodies now. Bodies can tear you asunder. What happens to this piece of flesh when darkness touches its soul? Accept death now. It is so much easier than what is to come. Your brought hurt. The children are hungry. It's a beautiful sight. Lives are gone forever. You are a fragile thing. You and your kind dissolve so easily. Feel the embrace of children. They bring you eternal comfort. You feed us, you feed us. The Dark Guardian shall come and protect us. And all that is fresh and light shall die. hours, darkness shall spread across the world.
See? That thing. It blinded me. I can't see!
It's okay, Walter. I'm here.
We have to get out. Quickly. It's still out there. We need to leave. You can hear it too, can't you? It is there. I'm not mad. I can't see anything. Take me to the light, please. It's still out there. We need to leave. Are we out? Did we get away?
Yes. We're safe now.
What can you see?
A desert.
I can feel the heat of the sand. But whatever that thing did to me, it's like it sucked all the light from inside me. I still can't see anything. Just don't let go.
Careful. There's steps up ahead.
All right. Okay. I'm not sure. I don't know how far I can go. Are there no signs of civilization?
There's something in the distance. It looks like an enormous statue.
How far?
It's going to take us a few hours.
No, stop. I can't do this.
Of course you can. Come on.
I'm too weak. You have to leave me. Listen to me. I can't see. I can barely stand. I won't just slow you down. I'll get you killed. You have to go on without me. Are you still there?
All right. But I'll come back for you. I promise I'll get help.
Good. You'll do fine on your own. You'll do me proud. Now, go.
I can't see. Help me. You abandoned your friend to die. He's calling for you, while the children spread out his... You try to run away, but you are made of sand. You are falling apart between our fingers.
Are we going to fight?
He would have done anything for you. Now he screams alone. He curses you. Not even in death will he forgive you. Your strength is ebbing. We can feel it.
My brigade had been pinned down by the enemy, until there was just me and 2 other men left. We retreated into a cave, but they never came after us. They just blew the entrance, sealed us in. We spent 3 days in that cave. No light, no food. Just 3 men waiting to die in the dark.
The light in your eyes offends us. Let it go out! Are you blind? Are you blind yet? There's nothing left. You're gone. All gone.
He's still alive. The other can't be far away.
Taking a nap in the sun? Typical royalty. You had me worried there for a while.
Walter!
Don't worry, we'll find him. You just sit tight, my friend. Can you help them?
The young one will be fine. He is strong. We need to tend to the older one at once.
Hang in there, Walter.
Hey, boy.
You are awake. Good. My name is Kaelin, and you are in the city of Aurora. I have much to tell you.
Walter. How is he?
He is fortunate to be alive, but we have seen his condition before. We may be able to help him.
Is there another of my friends here? I thought I saw in the desert.
A devilishly handsome soldier by the name of Ben Finn? Not dead yet, my friend.
Please, come with me.
Don't worry, he's a tough old nut. He'll pull through. It's so good to see you. When I was fished out of the local port and Walter and you weren't there, well, I thought it was all over. Then I realized I was being an arse, and I worked my charms to get a search party out for you. Not that Kaelin here needed much persuading.
We are accustomed to misfortune. Now it is time you saw our city.
Welcome to Aurora, the city of nightmares.
The Crawler did this. The being you fought in the desert caves. It appeared 5 years ago, bringing darkness and death. The few of us who still live have known nothing but fear since. We never know when it will come. And we cannot hope to defeat the creature and its spawn without an army. Even with someone like you by our side. Ben Finn speaks most highly of you. But you are not the first savior to come here. Please, walk down to our streets. See for yourself. Then we talk more.
Go ahead. I've seen enough already. I'll check up on Walter.
You are the one who survived the desert night.
Yes.
We have not had much fortune with outsiders. But as you can see, fortune deserted us long ago. You have come to a cursed land.
What are you doing here? Everybody else seems to be hiding.
I am honoring the dead. My wife and my child. And I stand here because I do not fear joining them.
I'm sorry.
You may read their memorials if you wish. There are many elsewhere. On statues, doorways. Wherever a memory will allow itself to live on.
Now you know what we have suffered. But as I said before, you are not the first outsider to come here.
Who was the other?
His name was Logan, the King of Albion.
Seems your big brother's been keeping secrets. He used to go on expeditions all the time, remember? Until about 4 years ago.
He too faced the Crawler. He saw all his soldiers killed by the darkness and nearly died himself. But he survived thanks to our care. He left with a promise that he would return with an army and save us from the Crawler. We never saw him again. King Logan did not cause this, but he did nothing to stop it. Now I ask that you do what he would not. Ben Finn has told us of your quest, of your revolution.
I promise.
Then let us go to war.
You have survived a terrible ordeal, but you will be the stronger for it. With Kaelin and the Auroran people on your side, you are finally ready to face your brother. It is time for you and Walter to gather your allies and take Bowerstone Castle.
A little something new has appeared in the Sanctuary's shop. Care to have a look? You're becoming a rather fearsome sight, if I may say so. Can I get you something to eat? Your magical abilities are impressive.
How is he? Is he gonna make it?
I do not know. The darkness is deep within him. Few ever wake.
But he's improving. I mean, you're doing your thing and he's getting better, right?
I do not wish to give you false hope.
Perhaps it would be better if we allowed him to rest.
Don't worry, he's a tough old nut. He'll pull through.
Walter? Oh, balls to you all. You're not burying me just yet.
See? I told ya!
Yes. Shame my first sight had to be your ugly mug.
I'm sorry I left you, Walter.
You did all you could. And don't think I don't know it. I told you you'd make me proud. Well, we didn't exactly find the army we were hoping for. And I feel about 100 years older than when we left, but we're finally ready. You've surpassed every hope I had for you. You're the king Albion needs. So come on. It's time to gather your generals and prepare for battle. You know, maybe I'll take a little nap first.
All right, I've got it. I take a small group of soldiers down this route and blow up the West Barracks. It will draw their attention and open up the main route.
How's that better than my idea?
We will live longer than a few seconds.
Oh, well, now you're just picking
Give
on.
it up, boy. What I want to know is what my men need to do.
That's for the future king to decide.
Paige knows the city best. We'll follow her plan.
Fine. I only put mine forward to annoy her anyway.
I see you've really matured on your travels. If you'll look at the map, we can go through the details.
My ships will take you to the beach here.
We can expect heavy mortar fire, but most of Logan's soldiers will be busy dealing with Paige and her men.
I want to be in the thick of the smoke and the fire and the glory. If Paige takes the west route, it's only fair I take the east.
Which leaves the center to us. Less chance of getting lost.
Then we're agreed.
Are you sure you're up to this, Walter?
Oh, don't worry about me. I may feel old and tired, but the day hasn't come yet when I can't charge into a good old-fashioned fight. Let the battle for Albion begin!
Our people are getting torn to shreds out there. They need our help.
We need to take care of that mortar.
We've already lost one ship. Kaelin's good.
We'll follow every step of the way. Ready? Let's go! He should have surrendered. I bet you've been wanting to do that for a long time.
Don't you know how to block? We could really use your help over here. You traitorous, treasonous water out here, Spill. They're really starting to annoy me. You've been waiting for me. The wait is over.
Traitors using magic! Nobody knocks down one of the king's soldiers! Kill 'em, boys!
Remember your training.
Use one of those soldiers before. How about you blow up?
Fight through the pain!
We can't get past those gates.
Great shot! Target's been wounded! Get up and back into it! Now, soldier! Watch it, the dogs are killing. Enemy wounded! I'm going to cut out your heart and give it to King Logan.
Don't get these buggers the mortars down! Get it!
The Auroran ship should be able to move in closer now.
Security stuff. Take the fight into the city! Ah, a bit of close combat. This is more like. Recognize old Walter of Brother Earth.
How you feeling, Walter?
Better if you stop asking me. Now let's go.
If it were up to me,
That's it. That's right. Aim where it hurts.
Hey, if they didn't want to get killed, they should work for tyrants. Well struck!
Keep it up. There's plenty more left. Thanks for letting me slap you. He's not getting back up, that's for sure. More guards.
Put your head on a pole. Bring it to the king. Good work, soldier. He's resistance is hot. Taking fire.
Pull yourself together! That was a lucky hit! Keep your guard up. Did you see that? We're taking fire! What?
That's how you
Is this not the grandest time you've ever had?
Sabine, you almost blew us up.
You saw a glorious beacon of freedom burning in the night for all the... What is it, Boulder? Oh, bloody hell. Move! Move!
It'll take more than a grenade to finish off that old sod.
Meanwhile, let's do what he says and get moving, shall we?
those are nice shoes. But don't you think your grand's feet are cold without them?
Like to.
They might be faceless, but they're
traitors doing nothing but men.
Oh, kings for cowards! Nobody knocks down one of the king's
Evade, soldier!
I might look at them.
Not lucky that time.
Well done!
The promise you made to Kaelin is now on the wall with the others.
Harry, you fool!
Good shot. Do it again.
Another game. Gotcha!
Ben was supposed to open doors for kings, not the other way around.
Shut up, then.
It's going to burn us all!
Come on, we're not far from the castle now. We'll meet up with her there.
There's more of them! Pull yourself together!
What was that unexpected? Excellent attack. Now finish him off.
Army, they really know how to make you feel. Oh, please, we're a street. Have you noticed all the houses and doors? Breaking and entering, followed by some flanking and
What are you doing down there, soldier? King's guards don't grovel in the dirt.
My men are taking care of the East Barracks. I don't need you out here alone.
Did you think it'd be easy to hit?
that deserves a round of applause.
Enemy wounded.
Elite soldiers, my arse. Have that!
Stay alert. There'll be more coming. We have to find a way past this gate.
Always with the damn gates.
What we need are explosives. But I used mine up on the way here.
If only we knew some sort of tiny, crazy old man who enjoyed blowing things.
Ha ha! Did you see that boulder that the whole city bowed to our thunder?
Hang on. How did you get to the other side in the first place?
Dwellers have their ways, my boy. Is there anyone left to kill?
There will be soon. More troops are on the way. Kaelin's fleet got a fair few, but not all.
We'll hold them off.
Come on, Boulder, there's more fighting to be done.
Good luck in there. Hope the crown fits.
Let's finish this for good, while I can still stand up on my own. Shall we knock? No. Let's surprise him.
So, this is how it ends. The old fool and the child who ran away. You finally become the man I always wanted you to be.
He's a lot more than that, and now he's ready to take your place.
Perhaps the time has come for someone else to lead Albion.
You were never a leader, just another tyrant.
Did it ever occur to you that I may have had good reason to be?
We're not interested in your reasons.
Cower behind ignorance if you will, but my brother deserves to know the truth.
Save it for the trial, Logan. You can beg for your life then. There he is, the King of Albion. You've made it. Just like I always knew you would. It doesn't get any easier, though. You have a country to run now. And with Jasper busy in the Sanctuary, you'll need a new personal aide. Someone who can keep you organized. Let me introduce you to...
Hobson. Hobson's the name, Your Majesty. May I say what an extraordinary honor it is to serve you? I have a vast wealth of experience, I assure you, though I have yet to experience vast wealth. That, Your Majesty, is an example of the sense of humor which will no doubt make our time together such a delight.
No doubt. Well, I'll leave you two to get better acquainted. I should begin preparations for the trial.
The trial? Of course. The very first item on today's agenda. Among my other qualities, I am well versed in toadying, public relations, and time management. And I heartily believe the key to being a successful king is following a well-scheduled royal agenda. If you will permit me, here are today's appointments. I'm sure you will do a marvelous job presiding over your brother's trial, which, as I said, will be your very first royal duty. Your subjects await in the throne room for what is sure to be an historic occasion, Your Majesty.
I cannot tell you what joy it brings me to see you crowned king at last. I served proudly under your mother when she sat on the throne, and I will continue to serve you to the best of my abilities. But becoming a ruler does not mean you cease to be a hero. That is why I shall remain in the Sanctuary. It is where I belong, after all. And with this new, terrible threat approaching, you will no doubt find the Sanctuary as valuable as your... castle. I'm afraid your property was irreparably damaged during the battle. You have a full royal suit. I must say I am in awe, even without anyone wearing it. very nice. Any other business to attend to? Ah, hello. The armory is at your disposal. Hammers cause massive damage, always a boon in combat. When you need to attack a target from a great distance and don't mind sacrificing firing speed, a rifle is ideal. You have gained several trophies since you were in last. Most impressive. The lectern contains a record of all your recent transactions.
Gotcha, good one then. Right, that must have hurt. Don't worry, just a scratch. Take it.
You brought this on yourself?
Sometimes I just want someone to talk to. And sometimes I want someone to kick in the crotch. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I hate you.
I want you to have this. You've changed. You frighten me. Darling, you're too generous. You spoil
you seem like
me.
a very nice person.
Not...
Come here.
How was it for you?
You do... I could do this forever. Darling, that's great. You have just read my mind.
Oh.
Oh, yes. My love, yes.
Oh, naughty, yeah.
I never want it to end.
You, really got your mother's looks. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, who's a happy girl? Who is? Nothing feels better than having your hand in mine.
Welcome to the sanctuary. You have unopened gifts waiting for you. Any other business?
The king promised he would make things better.
Time for things to change!
Awful, this is.
How the rabble see you is of great importance. Be sure to conduct yourself like a proper monarch, which I'm sure you will.
All stand to attention for the King of Albion. Logan, former King of Albion, you stand accused today of crimes against the kingdom and its people. Those who brought you to justice will now speak.
There's not a soul alive in the kingdom who hasn't suffered for his glory, and plenty who've died for it. I says, let him have some death of his own.
Look, I'm not one for lopping people's heads off, but we saw Major Swift executed like it was a bloody circus act. He deserves nothing less as far as I'm concerned.
But aren't we better than that? Isn't that why we fought to be here now? I've seen what Logan has done to this city. People starving to death, children forced to work. But killing him now won't solve anything.
It is not my place to decide his fate, but his betrayal condemned many of my people to death. He promised us salvation, and then left us to face the darkness alone.
I had good reason to break that promise, and I had good reason for the crimes you claim I committed. The day I returned to Albion, I received a visit from a blind seer, Teresa, our mother's guide. She showed me the future of this kingdom. The darkness in Aurora is coming here, bringing death, destruction, the end of our way of life. The sacrifices I had to make, I did them to protect Albion. If a few had to suffer, it was to build an army. If a few had to die, it was to save a country. I have spent years preparing for this attack. Let me stand by your side now, and all my soldiers will be yours to command. Let us face the coming darkness, together.
If this is true, if it's really coming here, we are all in grave danger.
You have the power over life and death, brother. Now choose.
Your brother's fate is in your hands. The choice is yours, Your Majesty.
This is not the time for revenge. We need your help, Logan.
The king has made his decision. Logan's life will be spared.
I know you will never forgive me for the things I've done. You told me so once, remember?
Of course I do.
But what matters now is that we defend our land. The castle is yours, and so is the throne. I'm glad to be rid of them.
You have fulfilled the first part of your destiny. You were little more than a child when you left the castle. You have become a hero, a leader, and now, finally, a monarch. But your journey is not yet done. Now you are king. You can know the truth. Albion will soon be attacked, and the threat could not be greater. Darkness is coming to our land. It cannot be reasoned with, it cannot be halted. The ruler of Albion is all that stands between the world we inhabit and that darkness. That is why you had to take your brother's place. The course of history demands it. If you do not succeed, everything we know will come to an end.
Why didn't you tell me all this at the start? It was never about Logan, was it?
I told you what you needed to know, and I never spoke anything but the truth. With Logan on the throne, Albion would have been doomed. This much I know. Only with a hero wearing the crown do we stand a chance of survival.
And how do I stop it?
You won't. Its arrival is inevitable. 1 year from now, the darkness will fall upon Albion. All you can do is prepare, and hope to save as many of your people as you can. How you do so is up to you. 2 paths lie ahead. You may keep the promises you have made and be known as a benevolent ruler. But understand that doing so will leave little to spend on the kingdom's protection and may lead you to disaster. It is not easy to be popular and keep the treasury full, unless you are willing to sacrifice your personal wealth. But you may also choose to break those promises, to harm your people in order to save them. You will not lack the means to build the army you need, but you will be hated. This path will cast you in the role of a tyrant, as it did your brother. You have 1 year to do what Logan could not. Be the ruler that readies Albion for the greatest threat it has ever faced. And be the hero that can stand against it.
Your Majesty, I'm not sure what to say after receiving such news. The darkness that is coming. People won't understand what it means. Nobody could, without living through it first. We need to prepare. If we can't stop the attack from happening, we have to be ready when it comes. Having Logan's troops on our side is a good start, but you will need to raise a fortune to pay for the army we'll need. Hobson will show you the treasury, and I'm sure he can explain just how to fill it.
Indeed I can.
Then I will leave you to it. Ben and I will begin recruiting and training soldiers at once.
If you will follow me, Your Majesty. Oh, how I have looked forward to this moment. This is it. Albion's royal treasury, the store of the kingdom's total wealth. It's, well, not as replete as one would like, but just imagine this room shimmering with hills, valleys, and plateaus of gold, a topography of riches going all the way up to the ceiling. It will require nothing less to build this army everyone is talking about. Which brings us to the second item on today's agenda, and one I'm personally very excited about. Setting the tax rate for the coming year. As you probably know, your brother was taxing the people rather heavily, and some say that this has led to poverty, starvation, and other societal ills. You have 3 clear choices, Your Majesty. 1, lower the tax rate, which one could argue would help the poor and the hungry, but would also leave the treasury in a miserable state. 2, maintain Logan's policies. Not a popular move with the people, but moderately popular with the treasury. And 3, and don't let my enthusiasm influence you in any way, raise the taxes even further. True, many will suffer in the short term, but we will be able to protect the kingdom and run our fingertips over vast amounts of gold in this very room. What will it be, Your Majesty? Very well, Your Majesty. Well, how very noble. Yes, I suppose noble is the word. How very noble of you. The people are no doubt dancing in the streets, and we are bankrupt. You will need to be more ruthless if you wish to save the kingdom, Your Majesty. There are other, less salubrious means of filling the treasury, of course. You may donate your own gold, should you have enough. Though I must say, such charity is unheard of. However you decide to proceed, you should acquaint yourself with the Royal Ledger. It is a logbook that allows the reigning monarch to make deposits and withdrawals from the treasury. A most useful financial tool. But my, look at the time! You really ought to attend to the next item on today's agenda. Riva has a most intriguing proposal for you in Bowerstone Industrial. Now, I know you have had your differences, but it is time to put those behind you and work together. Nobody can raise money like Reaver can, I assure you. I have seen to it that your appearance among the populace is well publicized, so expect a crowd.
If it were up to me, no one would ever get sick. They'd just die, starting with you.
Don't tempt me, Weaver.
Oh, happy day! His Majesty, the King of Albion, graces us with his radiant presence. I knew last time we met that you would emerge victorious from such public sibling rivalry. And now, here I am, to assist you in filling your coffers till they are fit to burst. What better way to begin your reign than by reinstating one of my most successful policies? There is no greater waste than the idleness of our city's youth, but my employment scheme guarantees children of all ages will have something to occupy them, whilst ensuring our factories are properly manned.
It's just monstrous. Don't listen to him. You promised you would end child labor. Remember that promise now.
And what would you have us do with the snotty little indigents?
The only way Bowerstone is going to climb out of the gutter is through education. Nothing is more important to our future than that. Turn this factory into a school. Give the children of this city the chance they never had.
A school? Well, that's an original thought. Well, if you'd like to be known as a pauper monarch, then by all means, listen to her. Reaver Industries will abide by your decision. The youth of this city deserve an education, it's true. All I'm suggesting is that we teach them a trade.
You are better than your brother. Don't repeat his mistakes.
The factory will become a school.
Thank you. We can really start changing people's lives now. This will be an Albion worth fighting for.
I shall begin the necessary modifications at once. Welcome to Reaver Industries Learning Center, Bowerstone Industrial's first ever school. You can now feel secure in the knowledge that your children can become the well-educated automatons you always wanted them to be.
Ah, hello. I have arranged the room to store your fortune as well as your trophies and achievements. Just doing a bit of bookkeeping, eh? any other business to... attend.
Your Majesty. At your command.
Oh, wow! Hello!
Majesty.
Ready to serve, Your Majesty.
Good to see you, Your Majesty.
Greetings, sir.
His Majesty, the King of Albion. Today, you will decide what is to be done with the Bowerstone Old Quarter, site of the Battle for Albion. Paige will offer her proposal. Riva shall stand against her.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, our victory came at a great cost to the city. You vowed to fight poverty, but our actions have made the problem worse. You must act now. I ask that the Old Quarter be rebuilt, and its former residents rehomed. You wouldn't just be helping those in great need. You'd be sending a message to your people. They're scared, Your Majesty. Let them know they can count on you.
Your Majesty, the Old Quarter was indeed devastated by your glorious triumph, but as its name subtly implies, it was old. The cost of rebuilding the area would be a colossal waste of money, and the people who called its decrepit shambles of streets and houses their home are better off without it. Besides, one must question what they have to offer our society. Why build homes for the inept and the unskilled? I recommend you reject Page's proposal and keep the money for more deserving endeavors.
It was our actions that caused the devastation, Your Majesty. But the final decision rests with you.
The more people there are on the streets, the more problems you'll have in the long run.
We destroyed the old quarter. It's only right we rebuild it.
The king has reached his decision. The old quarter shall be rebuilt, and its former residents will have their homes returned.
Thank you, Your Majesty. This will be a very popular move.
I suppose there may be something to be gained by rebuilding part of the city. It shows our sense of industry has not yet been dampened. Very well, Your Majesty. Despite the current climate of fear and great national need, Riva Industries has once again struck a blow for the honest man on the street. The sad sight of the decayed and war-torn old quarter is no more. We are proud to present the new old quarter.
Is there a more beautiful spectacle than a big pile of gold? Forgive me the rhetorical question. In any case, we are certainly doing well, but we are still short of the target. As a matter of fact, our very first order of business might have a bearing on our financial situation. The time has come to decide the annual town guard budget. As you can imagine, the people like to complain about crime and the lack of safety on our streets, and are calling for more guards than your brother was ever willing to pay for. You have 3 choices, Your Majesty. Leave the budget as it is. After all, the people have grown accustomed to murder, theft, and contraband. Increase the budget and fill the streets with soldiers keeping the peace. A rather costly solution. Or take a more considered approach. Very wise, Your Majesty. Better to have a city full of criminals than a city full of very dead people. Let us now turn our attention to the rest of today's business. Here is the royal schedule I have prepared. As you can see, you have a busy day in the court, but a tremendously enjoyable one. Decoration is a passion of mine, and I simply cannot wait to see your choice. The interior designers await you in the throne room.
Awaiting your command, my lord.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
At your orders, sir.
Hey there, Your Majesty.
Hello, Your Lordship.
Greetings, sir.
Hello, Your Royal Majesty.
Sir?
Many have sought the elixir of immortality, the secret wisdom of the ages, the hidden lore that the Emerald Tablet speaks of. Few have found it, and by few I mean none, and by none I mean one, and by one I mean me, and by mean I mean imply. Anyway, I have found the elixir, and now everlasting youth is mine. At last the ultimate dream is realized. To live for all eternity. In that time I will ponder the greatest questions, such as, do I stay my current age from now on? Or could I actually be younger forever? And if so, how would that age be chosen? And will my body still change according to diet and exercise? Or is there a sort of implied perfect health?
Ah! Hello.
All stand to attention for the King of Albion. Today you decide on the decor of the castle. Two of Albion's greatest interior designers have come to present their suggestions.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, I, Herman Worthy, and I have a design in mind that will blow your little royal socks off.
I wish this to be a fortress of dread.
The readers of Castle Design Weekly will be delighted with your intelligent choice.
Well, I, for one, am seriously considering cancelling my subscription. You're all witches.
At your service, Mike.
Today you decide on the future of Aurora, Your Majesty. Kaelin will speak for her people. Riva will dispute her cause.
You may speak.
I am here to seek the protection you promised. It is too long since my people felt safe or knew of life without suffering. We were honored to join your fight to claim Albion. Now it is time we joined your kingdom. Do what your brother failed to do. Help us to rebuild Aurora and protect it as you would your own land.
There is nothing so noble as embracing other cultures, and I, for one, could not be happier to count Aurora as part of Albion. But surely they must work for that privilege, and I happen to know just how to put them to good service. There is an abandoned mine in the Auroran Desert that holds enough materials to benefit the whole kingdom. Let us employ Kaelin and her people to gather what resources there may be. That can be their payment.
You are talking about forced labor.
Well, let's not get bogged down in semantics. It's a fair transaction.
I know you will not break your oath. You understand what we have been through.
The choice is yours, Your Majesty.
Aurora will become part of Albion, but they must work for this privilege.
The King has spoken. Aurora shall be mined for resources. Its people shall receive the protection of the throne in exchange for their labor.
You are no better than your brother. He may have left us to die, but you wish only to exploit us.
Welcome to the new and improved Aurora, an oasis of friendship, camaraderie, and valuable resources. Visit the city that Riva Industries rebuilt from sand and tour the local mines, where you can witness the Aurorans' refreshingly vigorous work ethic. Aurora, a gem glowing in the darkness.
A wise decision in court today, Your Majesty. While it is true that your popularity in Aurora has suffered, the people closer to home are not too concerned. This could prove to be a very profitable arrangement. And speaking of Aurora and profits, we may have stumbled upon some very exciting news in that area. It seems that a group of Albion explorers visiting Aurora have discovered a rare diamond in the desert. They heard the legend of this extraordinary gem from the locals, and understandably set out to find it, without a moment's regard for their own lives. Which may go some way to explaining why only one of the explorers returned in one piece. He came back empty-handed, speaking of the hideous desert beings protecting the treasure. Think of the glory, Your Majesty, the adventure, the romance, the large sums of money we stand to make. The diamond is located in one of the caves beneath the Auroran wasteland, reportedly the site of an ancient, abandoned temple. You need only to take it.
Welcome. To the sanctuary.
At your orders, sir. For king and country.
Greetings, sir.
Awaiting your command,
Greetings,
my Lord.
Your Majesty.
Can I be of service?
Wow!
Can't believe it,
sir.
Your Majesty. Nothing to report, Your Majesty. Greetings, Your Majesty.
Oh, wow!
Hail, mighty sovereign!
thunder.
It's the king himself!
Any other business? to attend to?
Sometimes I just want someone to talk to. And sometimes I want someone to kick in their crotch.
Bowerstone's best products. You are looking well today.
I always have more to spend on new stock when people buy a lot.
All right, Your Majesty.
At your orders, sir.
Come have a look. You're sure to find something.
Ah, it's our mighty king. Have a few things on sale, just so you know.
You're doing good work, Your Majesty. Hello, great lord. Sir.
Greetings, my liege.
How are you this fine day, sir?
My lord.
Get
my
off
lord.
these streets. You're one famous little
Hot
fellow, you know.
shoes.
Good to see
Oh my,
you, Your
hello,
Majesty.
Ah, hello.
Mighty One, greeting Your Majesty.
Please, buy my goods, friend.
Things are not going well, and it is really getting me down.
May I be of assistance, esteemed customer?
Greetings, esteemed customer.
Are you
I would
in
like
need
to go
of any
to
assistance?
And enjoy. I hope your experience here was
My
pleasant.
thanks.
Buy what you need.
A
but
pleasure
after,
to serve.
I must ask you to leave.
High quality
I hope
goods.
your head
right
falls
here.
off. Tattoos. Exotic
Follow
tattoo
your
kit.
nose into my
Available
shop,
expensive.
and you will find
But then
a
quality costs, does it not? I just do not like you. Authentic
And that is
Auroran
that, Your
goods.
How may I help you this day?
Buy a new outfit here. Best clothes in Aurora.
Higher quality at a lower price.
Incredible, but
That's
true.
what I offer.
This shop is owned by one of Albion's elite. There. And now you must leave. It's worth everything you paid, and more.
Best establishment in all of Aurora.
Buy a gift
Authentic
for that special
Auroran
someone
goods.
today. My wares are the best to be found in Aurora. Incredible,
I have
but
certain
true.
valued
This shop
customers I
is
give
owned by
discounts.
one of Albion's elite.
You could be one of them. Please, I beg you. One day, Aurora shall be free of both the darkness
Perhaps if you conducted
notice you there. How'd you like being so insignificant? My favorite things are music and sunshine and love. And pain. you brings back memories of wanting my eyes gouged out. You remind me of an old friend. He was a twit, just like you.
Welcome to the... sanctuary.
At your command.
I trust you're well, sir.
Terrible.
I like to think about puppies. About slowly crushing them. Blue is a good color for you. Yep. You should put on a nice blue dress.
Hello. See the world, my sea.
Hello, great.
Greetings, my lord. The king! Or as Mommy says, the big cheese!
Sir.
Always a joy to see you, your royal grandness.
Ah, hello.
It's more beautiful than I dared to imagine. And heavy, too. Our experts estimate it's worth a small fortune. Of course, now the question becomes, what do you wish to do with this fine stone? Shall I deposit the money from the sale into the treasury? Or perhaps you would prefer the funds were channeled into, let us say, a more personal account? As you wish. Far be it from me to frown upon a little indiscretion. How many lives would it have saved anyway? Who can say? The Treasury's health is robust, but we must always be wary of unnecessary expenditures and watch out for possible avenues of profit. With that in mind, I would like to discuss the thorny issue of child benefits, which were abolished under your brother's rule. There are vocal elements within the community who are clamoring for us to bring it back. In the interests of the Treasury, and of the long-term welfare of the people, I have a counter-proposal. It's somewhat radical, but rather brilliant, if you don't mind me saying. We charge people for every child they have. This would keep the population low, but more importantly, the Treasury high. Is it really fair to bring new life into such an uncertain world? And won't that go... I'm so happy you decided to follow my suggestion. There will be less mouths to feed and more gold to stockpile. A win-win situation, if one ignores the inevitable loss of popularity. Shall we proceed with the rest of your appointments? Here is the royal agenda for the day. As you can see, you have 2 audiences in the throne room to begin. I've heard rumors that Reva's latest proposals are both scandalous and delicious. It should be most entertaining. Page's demands are not entirely unreasonable, and they would strike a chord with the populace, but we must always keep in mind the cost. I'm quite certain you will make the correct choices. You always do.
My lord.
My king.
At your command.
Good to see.
Any other business to attend to? You have a new... Fancy a bit of counting, do you? The Sanctuary shop has some new bits and...
For king and country.
Your Majesty. Greetings, my lord.
Well met, my lord.
Hello, your Majesty.
At last, the children of Balor... Can I be of service, my lord?
All right, Your Majesty.
Long live your Majesty. King, my lord.
Hello there, Your Majesty. I hope you're well.
All stand for the king.
Your Majesty.
This hearing concerns the future of the Bowerstone Shelter and Orphanage. Page will speak for the disenfranchised people of the city. Reva will dispute her cause.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, the shelter has long been the only refuge for the homeless, the poor, and the orphaned. And until...
It is time Bowerstone had its first whorehouse.
The shelter shall become a brothel.
Excellent, Your Majesty. I will see to it immediately. And I mean immediately.
This is exploitation, Your Majesty. Your people won't be pleased.
Does your heart have a sizable hole that can be filled only with love? Do your pockets jingle with leftover gold? Then Reva Industries is pleased to present the House of Requited Affection, where money really does guarantee happiness.
Today, you will deal with a pressing environmental issue: the disposal of the city's waste. Reva will offer his proposal. A member of the Morningwood community will stand against him.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, I'm sure you will have noticed a certain aroma permeating the city of late, even more nauseating than usual. I fear...
Morningwood will be granted the honor of receiving the city's sewage.
The king has spoken. The waste from the city of Bowerstone shall be channeled into Morningwood.
I shall begin the flushing immediately, Your Majesty.
Oh, this is heavy. This is totally heavy. You've turned Granny Nature into your toilet bowl. But she'll fight back. You'll see. One day, in like a 1,000 years, she'll fight right back, man.
There is nothing as important as the health and hygiene of our citizens. As such, Reva Industries is delighted to announce the opening of the Morningwood Sewer Reservoir, eliminating Bowerstone's most pungent pollution. Emptying one's bowels has never been safer or such a pleasure.
The day is almost over, Your Majesty. Only one more appointment left. Page has requested a meeting in the old rebel headquarters. How very cloak and dagger. I wonder what she wants.
King! Wow! Oh, it's the great room.
Hello, your awesome. This is royal magnificence. Hello.
Cool. Hello there. Wait till I talk about
Wow.
Oh, wow! The king!
Greetings, Your Majesty.
Wow! The king! Ah, it's our mighty king. Hello.
It's not every day a king walks into the rebel headquarters. You've changed the world since we last stood here.
You had a lot to do with it, Paige.
But we still haven't changed things enough. Without Logan's troops, crime is becoming a serious problem. There's one man in particular, Nigel Ferret. He's making this city his own. Every criminal in Bowerstone reports to him now. He's too powerful for me to deal with, and he's not easy to find. But I know how you can get to him.
Welcome to the Sanctuary.